I had this theory in the back of my mind for some time now, and the new scene of Ymir in the latest trailer triggered this theory back. I will explain this theory first, then I will get back to this new scene to give my thoughts about it. As we know, there are two main timelines in Attack on Titan, and as I said in previous videos, in each timeline the characters act differently. Like Eren here, he was more kind and closer to Mikasa and his friends in Timeline 2, while he is more evil and closer to Historia and Floch in Timeline 3. This applies not only to Eren but also to Mikasa, Historia, Armin, Kruger, etc. Most of the Attack on Titan characters act differently in each timeline. So Ymir Fritz, one of the main keys to Attack on Titan story, is not an exception. She must have acted differently in each timeline, as she has different character in each one. Here comes my theory to discuss this. I believe there are two different characters for Ymir Fritz in both timelines. Underneath this world of pain and suffering, exists another world which light cannot reach. Isayama mentioned two worlds here. Was this a hint for the two timelines? In a previous video, I mentioned that this scene from episode 80 symbolizes the cruelty and beauty of the world, but also the transition that happened in this scene could refer to both timelines. Now back to the main point and the difference between Ymir characters in both timelines. I know the question now is, if Ymir didn't sacrifice herself for King Fritz, how do the Paths Realm and the Titans still exist in Timeline 3? I believe the reason for that is that Ymir couldn't let go of her love for her daughters. As her love for King Fritz led her to follow Mikasa path in Timeline 2, her love for her daughters is what will lead her to follow Historia path in Timeline 3. The foreshadowings in Isayama's genius writing. One of the important things that supports this theory is the freckled Ymir backstory and how it is similar to Ymir Fritz. Both of them were wrongly accused, and both accepted the blame to save their people. Both of them were punished for that, and both turned to Titans. From this we can say that Isayama wants the conclusion of Ymir Fritz's character to be similar to the conclusion of Ymir Freckles' character. So back to this new scene, giving my final thoughts about it. I think Mappa will show that Ymir didn't actually release the pigs, but it was someone else and she was wrongly accused of it. The smile here reminds me of her smile when she saw Mikasa behead Eren. So did she saw similar thing to that happened in this scene, like praying mantis eating a butterfly? Overall, I believe Mappa added this new scene just to flesh out the manga ending and show how Ymir loved King Fritz.